Welcome to our channel Valuable Coins All World. In this video, I gave you information about United States of America Washington quarter dollar, which are most valuable and rare. If you interested, please see this full video. Thanks. Top 1. The Washington quarter dollar from 1971 might look like a standard piece of American currency at first glance, but for collectors and coin enthusiasts, it's far more than just a coin. Today, we are diving deep into the history, rarity, and value of this particular quarter, and believe me, there's more to it than meets the eye. So sit back and let's explore why the 1971 Washington quarter is a prized possession for some collectors. When we talk about American coins, the Washington quarter has been a staple in the nation's history. First introduced in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday, this quarter has been in circulation for decades, with different designs and years offering unique characteristics. But what makes the 1971 version so interesting? The 1971 Washington quarter was minted during a significant time in U.S. history. The coin itself is made of a copper-nickel composition, and it features the familiar image of George Washington on the obverse. On the reverse side, you'll see the eagle with its wings spread wide, clutching an olive branch and arrows, symbolizing peace and strength. But the true value of this coin doesn't always lie in the design. It's important to remember that a coin's value can be influenced by many factors such as rarity, condition, and even minting errors. While most 1971 Washington quarters are worth their face value of 25 cents, some are a lot more valuable due to rare features that make them stand out from the rest. Collectors pay close attention to coins with unique minting flaws. Sometimes, a small error during the minting process can result in a coin that's much more valuable than the typical example. A small misalignment, a missing letter, or a distinct blemish can turn a regular quarter into a rare fine point. One of the most sought-after varieties of the 1971 Washington quarter is the 1971 S-proof quarter. The S mint mark indicates it was minted at the San Francisco Mint, and these coins were produced specifically for collectors in limited quantities. Proof coins are made with a special process that gives them a shiny, mirror-like finish, which makes them more desirable for collectors who want pristine examples for their collections. But it's not just about mint marks or errors. The condition of the coin is also crucial. Coins that have been well preserved are far more valuable than those that show signs of wear and tear. The grading system used by numismatists can help determine a coin's condition, with grades ranging from poor to mint state. The higher the grade, the more the coin is worth, and the rarer the coin in pristine condition, the higher the price it can command. Now, let's talk about something that truly blows the mind: the record price that a 1971 Washington quarter can fetch. While most of these coins will only fetch a few dollars at best, a special 1971 S quarter in excellent condition, or one with a significant minting error, can go for a much higher price. In fact, a rare specimen of the 1971 Washington quarter has been known to sell for as much as $97,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. The 1971 Washington quarter, with the right characteristics and rarity, can be worth a staggering $97,000. It's a reminder that sometimes, even the most common coins can hold hidden value waiting to be discovered. So, the next time you come across a 1971 Washington quarter in your change, take a moment to check it out. You just might have a rare and valuable treasure in your hands. Top 2. We're going to dive into the details of the 1972 Washington quarter, explore its history, and discuss how it could possibly be worth a fortune. Stick around till the end because you might be surprised by the staggering price some of these coins have fetched. First, let's talk a bit about the Washington quarter itself. Introduced in 1932 to celebrate George Washington's 200th birthday, the coin has been in circulation for nearly a century. It features the iconic portrait of George Washington on the front, while the reverse side shows a majestic eagle with its wings spread wide, clutching arrows and an olive branch. This classic design has been a symbol of American strength and freedom for generations. Now, when we move to the 1972 version of the Washington quarter, we see a coin that was minted at a time of great change in the United States. The country was grappling with economic and political shifts, yet the 1972 Washington quarter remained a familiar presence in people's pockets. It was minted from a composition of copper and nickel and had a mintage of around 600 million coins. You might be thinking that with such a large number of coins minted, The 1972 Washington quarter must be relatively common, and you would be right. Most of them are worth no more than their face value of 25 cents. However, that's only part of the story. What many people don't realize is that certain factors, such as rarity, condition, and minting errors, can elevate a coin's value by orders of magnitude. The key to understanding the worth of a 1972 Washington quarter is knowing what sets it apart from the others. Let's take a closer look at these important aspects. The most valuable 1972 quarters tend to have one thing in common. They are in pristine condition. Coins that have been well preserved without wear or damage are significantly more valuable than those that have circulated for years. Coins graded as uncirculated or mint state are the ones that collectors will pay top dollar for. These coins still have their original shine and luster, making them highly desirable in the numismatic world. But beyond condition, there are also specific varieties of the 1972 Washington quarter that are particularly rare. One of the most sought-after types is the 1972 DDO, double die obverse, variety. What this means is that during the minting process, the die used to strike the coins experienced a misalignment, causing some of the details on the coin to be doubled. This can result in a more dramatic and visible appearance of the coin's design, particularly on the word Liberty and the date 1972. If you happen to come across a 1972 Washington quarter with these noticeable doubling errors, you've found a rare gem. That it's not just about doubling though. Errors such as misstrikes, off-center mintings, and die cracks also add value to the coin. These small imperfections can be the difference between a quarter worth a few dollars and one that can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And when we're talking about the 1972 Washington quarter, there are coins that have sold for astronomical sums at auction, thanks to these rare characteristics. In addition to the DDO variety and minting errors, proof versions of the 1972 Washington quarter are also highly prized by collectors. These coins were produced specifically for collectors, not for general circulation. They were struck using a special process that creates a smooth, mirror-like finish that sets them apart from regular coins. While most 1972 quarters aren't particularly rare or valuable, a high-quality proof version can still fetch a decent price, especially if it's in pristine condition. But here's the kicker. Despite the fact that the 1972 Washington quarter was minted in large numbers, there have been examples of this coin selling for mind-boggling amounts. Imagine having one of these in your collection. A rare and well-preserved 1972 Washington quarter, especially one with a minting error or in proof condition, could easily be worth more than you ever imagined. And in some cases, it could be worth as much as $94,000. Top 3. Let's take a closer look at the 1986 Washington quarter, its history, and why it could be worth far more than you expect. The Washington quarter, introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday, has always been one of the most iconic coins in American currency. It features the beloved portrait of George Washington on the obverse and the majestic eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch on the reverse. This design has remained a consistent symbol of American pride and strength throughout the decades. Now, fast forward to 1986. This was a significant year in American history, as the country was navigating through the aftermath of the Cold War while experiencing a shift in its economy and technological advancements. The 1986 Washington quarter, like its predecessors, was minted in large numbers, and by all appearances, it was just another year in the series. It was made from a copper-nickel blend and circulated widely, with a mintage of hundreds of millions of coins. So, why would the 1986 Washington quarter be worth anything more than its face value of 25 cents? The answer lies in the world of coin collecting and the factors that influence a coin's worth. For most coins, the value depends on their rarity, condition, and, occasionally, their minting process. And the 1986 Washington quarter is no exception. Most of the 1986 quarters minted by the U.S. Mint are not rare, and they generally don't carry much more than their face value. But there are exceptions: coins that have been preserved in pristine condition, coins with minting errors, or limited edition coins produced for special purposes. These are the ones that can skyrocket in value. In 1986, the U.S. Mint produced proof quarters as part of special proof sets. These coins were intended for collectors, not for regular circulation, and they were produced with higher quality than those meant for everyday use. Proof coins are struck using a special process that creates a mirror-like finish and sharp details. Because they were only available in limited quantities, proof versions of the 1986 Washington quarter are far more valuable than the regular circulation coins. Additionally, just like any other coin, the condition of the 1986 quarter can play a huge role in determining its value. Coins that have been well preserved, showing little to no wear, are far more desirable to collectors. Coins that are graded as mint state are generally the most valuable. Even a small imperfection or sign of wear can significantly reduce a coin's worth, so the more pristine the quarter, the more it can fetch in the market. But the most exciting factor that could make a 1986 Washington quarter truly valuable is the possibility of a minting error. Sometimes, coins get struck with flaws during the minting process. These errors, which can range from double dies to off-center strikes, are highly sought after by collectors because they are incredibly rare. A minting error in a 1986 Washington quarter could make it extremely valuable, with collectors willing to pay a premium for a unique and rare specimen. You might be wondering, just how much could one of these quarters actually be worth? While most 1986 Washington quarters are worth just 25 cents, a rare and well-preserved coin with a minting error or proof quality could be worth thousands of dollars. In fact, certain examples of the 1986 Washington quarter have been known to sell for astronomical prices at auctions. Imagine finding a 1986 Washington quarter with the right characteristics, like a pristine proof coin or one with a striking error. A rare specimen of this coin has sold for as much as $76,000. Top 4. We're diving into why the 1994 Washington quarter might be hiding some big surprises, and why certain versions of it have been known to fetch staggering prices. By the end of this video, you may just want to dig through your pockets or coin collection to see if you have one of these valuable coins. The Washington quarter, first introduced in 1932 to celebrate George Washington's 200th birthday, has become one of the most iconic coins in American currency. It features the familiar profile of George Washington on the obverse side, while the reverse showcases a bold eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. This design has been a part of American life for nearly a century, and it's something that has remained relatively unchanged since its inception. So, what makes the 1994 version stand out? In 1994, the United States Mint produced billions of Washington quarters for general circulation. Most of these coins, which are made from a copper-nickel composition, were distributed to banks and ended up in people's pockets across the nation. At first glance, this coin doesn't appear any different from other quarters in the same era. But, as any collector knows, it's not always about the year on the coin. It's about the condition, the rarity, and any unique features that could make one particular coin stand out. For the majority of 1994 Washington quarters, their value remains fairly modest. A regular quarter from this year is usually worth just its face value of 25 cents. However, there are exceptions, and these exceptions are what make the 1994 Washington quarter truly interesting. One of the first things to look for is the condition of the coin. Coins that have been preserved well are significantly more valuable than those that show signs of wear and tear. A coin in pristine condition is known as an uncirculated coin, meaning it has never been used in circulation. These coins are typically the ones that collectors are most interested in because they have retained their original luster and detail. If you have a 1994 Washington quarter that looks almost as good as it did the day it was minted, you could be holding on to something special. But there's more to this coin than just mint condition. Some 1994 Washington quarters were struck as part of proof sets. These proof coins are made specifically for collectors and are not meant for general circulation. They are created using a special process that ensures they have a flawless, mirror-like finish. Proof coins are highly sought after because they are often much more detailed and beautiful than regular circulation coins. If you find a 1994 Washington quarter that has been preserved as a proof coin, you may be looking at something far more valuable than you originally thought. Beyond the condition and special proof versions, there's also the possibility of a rare minting error. Throughout the years, various coins have been accidentally misstruck or damaged during the minting process, and these errors can make a coin incredibly rare and valuable. For example, a 1994 Washington quarter with a double die, meaning the design appears twice on the coin, could be worth much more than the average coin. Other errors, such as off-center strikes or missing details, can also add significant value. Collectors love these error coins because they are unique and hard to find, making them highly desirable. In fact, despite the fact that millions of 1994 Washington quarters were produced, some have sold for far more than their original value. In particular, a few select coins that exhibit the right combination of rarity, condition, and special features have been known to sell for extraordinary amounts at auction. One particular example of a rare 1994 Washington quarter has been known to sell for as much as $56,000. Top 5. The 1997 Washington quarter dollar may seem like just another standard coin you'd find in your pocket change, but to collectors and numismatists, this coin holds a surprising potential for great value. For many people, a quarter is simply a quarter, but for those with an eye for rare coins, the 1997 Washington quarter is a piece of American history that could be worth much more than its face value. If you've ever wondered how a seemingly ordinary coin could become a valuable treasure, stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a whole new appreciation for the 1997 Washington quarter. Introduced in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday, the Washington quarter has been a cornerstone of American currency. The coin features George Washington's likeness on the obverse, with the reverse displaying a majestic eagle, a symbol of strength and freedom. While the design has remained largely unchanged over the decades, the value of specific years can differ greatly. In particular, some versions of the 1997 Washington quarter have been known to fetch prices far higher than you might expect. When we talk about the 1997 Washington quarter, we're referring to a coin that was minted during a period when the U.S. economy was undergoing significant changes. Despite the fact that millions of 1,997 quarters were minted and distributed, there are still certain factors that make this coin more valuable than most others from the same year. The value of any coin depends on several key factors, including its rarity, condition, and any potential minting errors. For the 1997 Washington quarter, most of the coins that circulated were made of the typical copper-nickel composition, and their mintage was in the hundreds of millions. So, at first glance, the 1997 Washington quarter doesn't seem like it would be worth much more than 25 cents. However, there are a few different versions of the 1997 Washington quarter that stand out. One of the most valuable versions is the 1997 S-proof quarter. These coins were specially struck for collectors and not for circulation, which means they were made with higher quality and attention to detail. Proof coins like the 1997 S have a distinctive mirror-like finish, making them more desirable for collectors looking for pristine examples to add to their collections. Beyond proof coins, another factor that can significantly increase the value of a 1997 Washington quarter is its condition. Coins that have been preserved well and remain in uncirculated condition are highly prized by collectors. If you happen to have a 1997 Washington quarter that looks almost brand new, with no scratches, dings, or signs of wear, it could be worth far more than the average quarter. The grading system used in coin collecting evaluates the condition of a coin, and coins with higher grades are more valuable. A coin graded as mint state is essentially a perfect example, and these are the types of coins that often command higher prices at auctions. But the most exciting aspect of coin collecting is the possibility of discovering a rare minting error. Minting errors happen when something goes wrong during the production of the coin, leading to unique features that make the coin stand out. For the 1997 Washington quarter, there are a few known errors that can make it incredibly valuable. For instance, some 1997 quarters were struck off-center, meaning that the design wasn't fully aligned during the minting process. This creates a coin with a distorted image that's incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. Other errors, like double strikes or missing details, can also add value to a coin and make it a prized addition to a collection. Imagine finding a 1997 Washington quarter that has a minting error, such as an off-center strike or a double die. These unique features can make an otherwise ordinary coin worth much more than its face value. In fact, there have been 1997 Washington quarters that have sold for tens of thousands of dollars at auction, and these error coins are some of the most desirable pieces for collectors. Now, you might be wondering just how much a 1997 Washington quarter can actually be worth. While most of the coins from this year are still worth just 25 cents, the right coin, whether it's a well-preserved proof coin or one with a rare minting error, can sell for incredible amounts. Some collectors have paid as much as $50,000 for a 1997 Washington quarter with the right characteristics. Yes, you heard that correctly. $50,000 for a single coin.